Stop, Bo. What's up with y'all? Happy, blessed Sunday to y'all. I'm gonna let the room fill up just a little bit. I knew that God wanted me to come live on today. It was just about, hey, Miss Baldwin, it was just about the timing of it. I don't know about y'all, but this daylight savings time, it really set me back a little bit, y'all. I don't know about y'all. I don't know if anybody else woke up a little bit early today, but it was definitely the case with me. It was definitely, sorry, y'all, I have to fix my hair. It was definitely the case with me on this morning. I was telling Visha earlier today, I said, girl, I woke up and looked at my clock in my room, my radio, and it said like 3 something, almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Y'all, I looked at my phone and it was like 2 something. I almost said, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to be able to go back to sleep, but I sure got up at 2 something. I took my dogs out and y'all, I went back to sleep and I said, okay, God, stop it. I said, it messed me up a little bit. That daylight, it messed me up a little bit. I said, Lord, I hope it only takes me like a day or so just to kind of get accustomed to it. But our declaration on today, what he wants me to talk about, is do what's best for you. Do what's best for you. I'm going to say it again. In this season of your life, God is saying, do what is best. Hey, Miss Allen, blessings to y'all. I know y'all, almost everyone on here is on the East Coast. Did the time mess y'all up either, too? It messed me up, y'all. I literally thought like, God, what in the world? I thought something was wrong with my phone. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I'm like, why my phone say that is so early, God? But our declaration, what God wants me to talk about on today, and what I heard is that like this is a season to like do what's best for you. I think many of us have been in those seasons where we're doing everything else to please other people. I believe many of us have been in those seasons where we have not been. Hey, stop it. No, sir. Sorry, y'all. But I think too, like many of us in like those Job seasons, we've been in a place where we really haven't been able to like do for ourselves the way that we feel or the way that we need things to be done for ourselves. And so it's like in this season, this word actually came to me on yesterday. And I just heard the Lord saying, Augusta, Georgia. Okay. I just heard God saying like in this season, do what's best for you. Like point blank, period. Whatever decisions you make in this season, don't let yourself be swayed by people, what they want you to do or anything else. Like genuinely in this season, do what's best for you. Hey, Pastor, and I don't know who needs to hear this. Do what is best for you. If you feel that like in this season, like there are moments where you feel you need to rest, take that rest. If you feel, during this season, that you need to have a self-care day, take that day. I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is not that season where God wants us to be so focused on the issues, focused on whatever the struggle is. Like this is a season where God is saying, I'm giving you the freedom to do what's best for you. I'm giving you in the old season, God is saying, I understand there were certain things that you just could not do for yourself because you were so busy trying to survive that season. But in this season, God is saying the weight of what you feel in this season is not the same as the old season. I was telling Visha this earlier, like this past week, like The tiredness of this season is not the same as how tired I felt in the old season. Like the beginning of this year, I was tired, but I was tired of fighting, tired from the different things that I was having to go through versus this season. I'm tired because I've been busy. I'm tired because God has me on the go. It is a different type of struggle of this season. It's a different type of tired. It's an entirely different type of pressure in this season. And it's like when you're in struggle seasons, you almost feel like you don't have time for you. You barely are rested in those seasons. You sleep, but you're really not rested because your mind is always thinking about whatever it is, you've been through or currently going through. And you're always in those seasons like in fight or flight mode. And so it's like in this season, God is saying, I'm giving you breathing room. I'm giving you breathing room to allow to pour into your own cup. I'm giving you the breathing room to move at a pace that is good for you. And for some people, like this is a season where God is saying, I'm giving you the space that you need to actually rest and be replenished. I don't know who that's for. For some of y'all, God is literally saying, I'm giving you the space and the rest and the space and the time to get the rest that you didn't get in the old season. For some of y'all, God is saying, I'm giving you the opportunity, right, to make more progress in areas that were stagnant. Whatever it is that is best for you in this hour, God is saying, tell you, He is giving you the grace to succeed at whatever that is. And it's different for everybody. Some of us need rest. Hey, Miss Wu. Some of us are, believing to see God, move some things in our life. Some of us need to see God open a door. Some of us need a break financially. Who am I talking to? Some of us need a mental break. And what God is saying is that this is the season that you finally get to do for you. You finally get to do whatever is in your best interest. I'm going to say that again. This is the season where you finally get to do what is in your best interest. And I'm going to just be real, like even God saying that, like it almost makes me want to cry. Because the beginning of this year, I wasn't able to do what was in my best interest because I was trying to do what was in my dog's best interest. I was trying to handle everything else that was coming against me. So I really didn't have a lot of time to pour into myself. There were certain things that I just faked it till I made it on certain things. I ain't even lying. I literally had to take some days just a day at a time because it was that rough of a season. I did not rest. I slept, but I did not rest. And so it's like when God shifted the season, it was very, very different getting accustomed to resting, getting accustomed to not working myself into the ground. It was very much so different. I pray that I'm making sense. But the word that I got is like, let this be a season where you do what's in your best interest. Yeah. You may want to take a vacation with friends. If that's in your best interest and God is okay with that, take that vacation. Some of y'all literally need to take a vacation. I don't know who that's for. Some of y'all literally take a vacation. Go somewhere and relax. Let God pour back into your cup. Some of you guys have just been all about work. Just working yourself into the ground. Take this time within this season to actually rest, to actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. For some of us, it's just, God, I have not made progress in certain areas of my life. So that lets you know that God is giving you the grace to make decisions in this season that will allow for you to see progress. But whatever it is in this season that is in your best interest, God says go for it. And so it's like this season for me, I've been able, to like when I really feel like I need physical rest, I've been taking rest days. When I need to rest, God knows I be resting. But in other areas, I'm like, okay, God, I need to be, applying this strategy. I need to be doing X, Y, and Z. Even when it revolves around like people, if it is not in my best interest, no, I can't hang out. No, I don't want to do it. But if I feel like it's in my best interest to take a break, it's kind of like me going to homecoming. I felt like this is in my best interest. I have not hung out with anybody all year. And so it's just, as you maneuver through this season, take your own well-being into account. Does that make sense? Take your own well-being into account your mental well-being, your emotional well-being, your physical well-being. Take all of those things, and even your spiritual well-being. Take all of those things into account and move in a way that ensures that you are well in all of those areas. And that is the word today. Do what is in your best interest, like for real. Some of us have had long years. Even though the year is almost over, like, we can be real. I know I'm not the only person that literally, the beginning half of this year, I was like, God, can we just do a do-over? Because this ain't it. The first half of this year, it just was not it. I was beyond depleted in every aspect of the way depleted. This year had so many different like twists and turns in it for all of us. So many unexpected trials and tribulations. So many, delays within this year. Right? And so God is saying, and I was literally telling Visha this earlier today, God is not a God that is just work, 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 work. He's a God that actually wants us to enjoy, to enjoy life, to enjoy the beauty of like what he created. And him saying like, take into account your own well-being, emotional, mental, physical, and even spiritual, is God saying like, this season, I'm allowing you to actually enjoy life again. Some of y'all, you don't even know the last time, you just felt like, man, I'm enjoying life. Some of y'all, like some of us, myself included, don't really, can't really remember the last time we just said, man, I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I got exactly what I needed. I feel refreshed. Some of us don't even know the last time we felt that way. Because life, especially this year, was all about get through this season. Get through this circumstance. Deal with this setback. Deal with that. Deal with that. And so, do what's in your best interest. Whatever that may be. God is giving us the opportunity. And honestly, in God doing this, it shows us how much we matter to God. Like in God just even saying like, do what's in your best interest. Like it is recovery. It's restoration too. It literally shows that God, understands that for some of us, the old season this year, not even just a season, this year almost took a lot of people out. The amount of depression, the amount of stress, the amount of anxiety, the amount of hits that some of us have taken. Like God knows, this year almost took us out. And I think it's just God's way of saying, I love you enough, come on, to let you have some breathing room now. I'm not just going to bring the blessing. I'm not just going to bring the harvest, but I want you to actually enjoy the harvest. I want you to actually enjoy what's before you. So take this word, however it applies to your life. Do something for yourself today. Like today, I'm cooking. I clean my home. Y'all clean every day. Don't judge me. I cleaned. When I did figure out, I'm like, oh God, I'm thinking it's like 3 or 4. I'm like, God, it's lunchtime. I feel like I've been chilling all day, but I haven't been. I have been, but I'm like, it seemed like time has slowed down. And so do whatever you feel you need to do. Go get some ice cream and just relax. Go watch a football game. Whatever you feel you need to do for you today, baby, go do it. This week, the rest of this year. Now, God ain't saying go be reckless, but like, let's be real about it. Like, many of us have an idea of like what would make us happy, what would bring us some sort of enjoyment, even if it just entails you sitting on your couch watching your favorite show. Do just that. So, that is it, y'all. That is it. I love y'all. I am rooting for y'all. I think I'm about to actually pop up on TikTok. And so, if y'all want to shift over to TikTok, you can. You let God lead you. To those of y'all that feel led to sow, the seed title is just, I'm doing what's best for me. Like, label this your I'm doing what's best for me seed. And literally start doing what's best for you. No stress in this season. No worry. No riding on fumes. Sometimes I don't know. I used to do this like growing up, especially when I first got my license. It's like, I don't know why people like to kind of test their gangster with that gas hand when you driving. People be like, oh, I know my car. The light be on. Oh, I know my car. I know my car. Meaning I know it ain't gonna stop on me. And then one time it stops, so you don't, we ain't gotta do that in this season. We ain't gotta run ourselves into the ground. We ain't gotta, listen, I ain't trying to risk it at this point, because the majority of this year, I felt like I was running on fumes. I ain't lying. So it's like, take this time, like, to actually enjoy life. So, that is it. I love y'all. I'm rooting for you. And so, until next time, y'all, peace.